Morning folks, and welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. This morning I'm not going to be doing any fishing today. The reason being, I will show you out the window, it's blowing an absolute hoolie and it is throwing it down, and I'm not going standing about in the rain and the wind making myself poorly. I've got work to do this week. Yeah, so it's horrible, and I'm not going to be able to do any roof work. So, and to be quite honest, I am bored out of my head already, and it's only bloody 9:15 in the morning. So what I thought I might do is, in fact, what I am going to do, not what I think I might do. I'm going to go around the local tackle shops on Holyhead and Anglesey. I'm going to do a little piece on that and show you where they are and show you the owners of them. I've got my little Violet with me this morning. Morning, Violet. And Mr. Stinky's in the back somewhere. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's behind me. We'll do a piece on the tackle shops. We'll go and have a look at them, see how they are priced on the worms, on the baits and stuff. Have a look what sort of tackle they've got in. Have a quick natter. And just give you a bit of information about them. And it's not going to be an exciting video. There's not going to be loads of fish caught as usual, but it might be a bit informative to you. So I've just pulled up. I'm actually in Amlwch now, because I've just called at the job what I'm working on. So I've called in Amlwch, and I think first port of call is, now that here is a sandwich shop. Now, I had a burger for me the other day, and it was out of this world. Gamekeeper John, he did put the burger on his video. Now I'm not having a burger today because it's a big old burger and it's a bit of an heart stopper, and I can't keep eating like that. I'm going to end up dead. But next door but two to that is Tellboy's Tackle Shop, which I will wander down to and I will have a look at. Like I said, we are in Amlwch. And this is the tackle shop in Amlwch, so this is where we're going to start. I'll see you in a minute, guys. Right, guys, as I said, I've just called in the sandwich shop. Now the ladies have asked me not to get them in it, so I won't do that at all. Pardon the language of my videos. It is a good sandwich shop, this. Like I said, they do burgers to die for, but they are a bit of an heart stopper. So this morning, I think, can I have, please, just an egg sandwich, please, love. Fried egg? Fried egg. Nice runny egg. Large one, yeah? Yes, please. Nice large runny egg. Like I said, it's fully equipped. Beautiful shop. And beautiful ladies. There we go. I will show you my sandwich when it comes. Right. I've got me food. I've got me egg butty. Look at that. Bit of brown sauce. Nice runny eggs. Can't beat runny eggs. Eggs have to be runny. That is the law. And also, according to the laws of Wales, as you buy an egg sandwich, you've got to buy a Cornish Pasty. Sorry guys, just couldn't resist. The only problem with that is I will pay for eating that all day with heartburn. But they're just so beautiful. I'll see you when I've got egg all down my chin. Right guys, well here I am at outside Tellboy's Tackle in Amlwch, open 7 days a week. There's the phone number if you want to free ring and speak to the fella. He is called Tell. Morning Tellboy.
Hello sir, how are you?
I'm alright, how's it going?
Not so bad, not so bad.
I'll shut that door properly, yeah? That's the one. Now, my advice is, whenever you want to go and fish a local area, always call in the local tackle shop, because local knowledge is better than anybody from far away saying you want to fish here, you want to fish there, you want to do it like this, do it like that. Right, Tell, what's the area itself? What sort of fish can we expect to catch through the summer months, through the winter months?
Well, through the summer months there's a lot of pollock, there's a lot of flatfish. During the winter months the whiting can be a little bit of a nuisance.
I found that.
Yeah, and early springtime we get plagued with dogfish as well. So, but overall the fishing's very, very good here at Amlwch.
Brilliant. And is that off the harbour mostly, or thereabouts?
This is what really upsets me, really, because a lot of people don't seem to venture further than the harbour, because the harbour's very, very easy fishing.
Yeah.
but there's a lot of marks around here that probably never ever been fished.
Right,
so,
brilliant.
It's very, very good. There's places where you can actually cast off the side and be 70-80 foot of water.
Wow.
And you're only casting about 30-40 yards.
Well, that guys, you've got it straight from the horse's mouth there. That just agrees with what I've just told you about local knowledge. Like I said, a lot of people just go off the harbour wall because it's easy and that's all they know. But like I say, you call in a local tackle shop, you speak to the local owners, and they will put you right, and they will put you on the fish as well. As a rule, I would have thought. I'm sure you can't guarantee fish, but you can help, can't you?
I can help you.
What sort of do we sell all the baits in here as well as tackle?
We got every. If you like to lift the lid on the
Let's have a look.
freezer there and just have a quick look inside, you can see that.
Yeah, there's everything in there.
There's
Squid,
everything,
mackerel,
Sand eel, and we have
sand eels, yeah.
wild ragworm.
Wild ragworm.
Yes, that's due in.
That's
today.
the best ragworm on the earth.
It's due in about 12 o'clock today. So,
Right.
it always comes on a Tuesday and a Friday.
There you go. So, if ever you're coming down to the Amlwch area, make sure you call in Tellboys and have a word with Tellboy, because he's a very, very nice man, as you can see, and very good looking. I'll get on to the next one, eh? I'll see you in a bit, folks. Right, guys, I'm now down at the beautiful town of Beaumaris. I've just drove through the centre. I weren't stopping in the centre, but the local bait shop in this area is Anglesey Bait Centre, or ABC as they call it, which is across, I mean, this is the Menai Straits here now. Just over there is usually where I go and fish for my bass and stuff. Anglesey Bait Centre, look at the state of that weather. Anglesey State Bait Centre is just there at what they call Gallows Point. You can see all the boats and stuff over there. Next time you see me, I'll be around there. I'm bobbing in to see Malcolm and Nicky. Let's go and see what their tackle shop's like, eh? And here we are. I'm right outside. Anglesey, I'm going to have to wind my window down, aren't I? Right outside Anglesey Bait Centre. I don't know if you can hear that wind on there, and all the clinking of all these, all the rigging on these boats and stuff. But trust me, it's not nice today. I'll switch my van off, that might help. Switch the van off and I'll make my way in there. Oh, that's lousy, that is. Wow, that is horrible weather. And through the door. Morning, folks.
Morning.
I know we're this morning.
How are you?
I'm alright. Hello. That's a nice welcome, isn't it? Morning, Nicky.
No, that's enough.
She's alright.
No, it's don't be done for me. Understand?
Do you not want to be on camera, Nicky?
Sit.
No.
Wait.
Right, we're here at Anglesey Bait Centre now. Like I said, we've just done a show outside. As you can see, it's a very, very well stocked shop. It's probably, to be fair, all rods everywhere. Anything you can think of fishing related, the shop has. It's probably the biggest shop on the island, in all fairness. In fact, it is the biggest shop on the island. And here's Malcolm.
Has to be to accommodate you.
Yeah. Morning, Malcolm.
Such a hero to me.
Right. How long have we been here, Malcolm, and so on and so forth? And
How long have you been here? Too long. I'm
too
afraid,
long.
but-
I've been here too long. Yeah, we know that.
No, fair enough. But God, how long have you been coming to my shop? Since you were.
Since we were near, yeah. A long
We've been here
time.
a few years, haven't we?
Yeah.
Is it 35 now, something like that? I don't count, but
Yeah.
it's pretty close to 35.
Thereabouts. And as I've said before, folks, local knowledge is key for this sort for anywhere in the country really. If you need your local knowledge, go and see your local tackle dealer.
Well, we're lucky because we've got some really good lads working with us. We've got some lads, for example, my colleague here's sort of more of a specialist lure lad, for example, so we do an awful lot of lure fishing tackle. Bass fishing predominantly, but a bit of trout, salmon as well. We've got another member of our staff who's Welsh international boat angler,
Right.
and he sort of helps us, like, if anyone wants any specific information on boat fishing side of things.
Like me.
You're an all-round expert on everything, my friend. But you're a rare sunshine in the shop, that's the main thing.
Right.
Even if it is all hours of the day and night that you phone us, but anyway, that's not a problem.
Brilliant. What kind of fish can people expect to catch in this sort of general area?
The beauty of Anglesey generally is that although we're very seasonal, we've got a lot of species resident. So if we start at the top end, you've got well over 60 species you can catch on Anglesey.
Wow.
As a starting point. You would normally, if I go back to the old days, you might say, well, this is winter, we'd be talking about codling, whiting, dabs,
Yeah.
a few dogfish possibly, and codling. But things have changed, as with everywhere else, and everyone's got their own opinion as to what might have caused the change. Certainly the water clarification is a lot better than it used to be. We get a lot more water species coming through. So for example, we go back to last year, January last year,
Yep.
1st of January, the lads were catching mackerel, they were catching bass, they were catching thornbacks.
And that's in January.
Well, this is in January. There's one lad as we speak now, we have several sort of mini sort of species competitions within the area, and a local one's run by a gentleman in Holyhead. And at the moment, I think 21 species is the best so far, starting from the 1st of January this year.
Wow.
So, you know, despite the conditions outside, you can hear the rain on the roof.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously the temperatures we had last week. We've always got a chance to pick up different species. I mean, beauty of Anglesey is you can work with the weather. I mean, today's pretty ropey, very wet, strong southwesterlies, but there are places you can fish.
Yep.
So, for example, close to us we've got a market Penman, just down 2 miles sort of that way as the shops stands.
Yep.
And the wind will be off your back there. Granted, the conditions will be a little bit ropey, but you can fish.
Yep.
You can basically fish from your car.
Well, the good news is the mark you actually put me on last night, we caught fish.
Oh, it's
So,
not a good
like I said, local knowledge.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's so you can work with the tides obviously to a certain extent. For example, in the Straits, we would always recommend someone to fish low tide ideally,
Yeah.
because with the low tide, most of the resident fish are static, so you can actually feed to where or cast to where they're feeding. When the tide starts to run, the tides can be quite strong on the big tides. Then the fish are moving and they're a little bit harder to pin down. You can still catch them,
Yeah.
but basically in case of landing a bait on their head or landing a lure on their head rather than you find them at low water, you do the walking and you find them. It's a little bit more sort of simpler that way.
Brilliant.
But be careful about this sort of safety. I mean, obviously you're working with the tides. Conditions can get a bit wild. If you're on a boat, particularly, you've got to be aware that the tides turn and you go from a flat calm.
Yes, don't
Smiling
know.
at me. I'm not going to explain why, but I'm sure they've seen the blog. But you can go from flat calm to 3 foot swell in the space of half an hour, purely
Yeah.
because of the turn of the tide.
Yes.
So that's something you have to be careful of.
Yeah. What sort of baits do we keep in the shop, Malcolm?
Generally, we've always got frozen. Obviously, that's the main problem. Live baits, subject to weather conditions at the time of year. We always try and have live worming. The right time of the year, we can get peeler. But as I say, it's predominantly frozen that we use. Most of the
Brilliant.
time. We do obviously take orders for bait, like every other
Yeah.
shop on the island. But when the conditions are bad, obviously people are buying bait. When the conditions are good, they're probably collecting their own. The beauty of Anglesey is if you know what you're doing, you can collect almost any baits
Yeah.
within sort of say a mile of where we're standing now, for example.
Oh, that's all right,
So
isn't it?
it's quite.
Yeah, but for ease, I think
I'm not going to tell you where.
yeah, I think
You'll
I'd
have to
rather
come
just
there
come and
first
buy it
I'll
from
put
you.
on the
Yeah.
spot to do it, yeah.
Right, guys. So you've had a good explanation, and trust me, Malcolm is very, very knowledgeable about the area, and he knows what he's talking about. If you do need, if you're fishing on the Menai Straits and this side of the island, this is the place to come. Well, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I've got some questions for you, but not on here. For my own personal fishing, well, I'm not going to share with you. Here's Nick,
Till later.
Nick is smiling at us through the door. Right, guys, I will see you at my next stop. See you in a bit. Well, guys, that was Anglesey Bait Centre at Morris. I've now drove up the road to, I'm not sure what this village is called, but I'm outside Menai Tackle and Bait Store. This is the next one on the list. Morning. Sorry, pal. Was it afternoon now? I know they've just got back. There's a sign there saying back in 15 minutes. I'm going to whip in and have a nosy and talk to the lady that owns it. Are you waiting to get served? I'll wait till this gentleman's been and done what he's doing, and then I'll pop in. See you in a bit. Right guys, I've just come inside now. Good morning, good afternoon even, sorry.
Afternoon.
What's your name, love?
Sarah.
Sarah, and I do apologise. I'm Richard.
Hiya.
Pleased to meet you. I've never actually been in your shop before. Do you know something? In all honesty, I didn't know it existed. I didn't know you was here. So now I do. I will probably call in a bit more. Like I said, I'm just doing a blog on the tackle shops in Anglesey.
Yeah.
And what is. How long have you been here?
Just coming up to 2 years.
2 years. Also, you're relatively new then.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And how are you finding it?
Okay, struggle this time of year, but you know, it's brilliant in the summer.
I can imagine.
We
Yeah.
are more of a touristy type
That-
of shop than a fully blown.
Right.
But we're still here.
If you're still here and
We're
you.
still going.
So do you keep all the normal baits in the
Yes, yeah. At the moment, we have fresh fry in every Friday.
right?
Um,
Only on a Friday.
Only on a Friday.
Only on a Friday.
And then in the freezer at the moment, I've got mackerel and squid.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's a well-stocked freezer. That looks nice.
But I did get black cloak and sand eel and bluey as well.
Right, lovely. And we're situated. This shop's actually situated on. Is it Water Street? On Water Street. What is this little area called? Because I don't know what it's called.
Menai Bridge.
Yeah.
Menai Bridge.
Menai Bridge, yeah. Menai Bridge, Water Street. Next door to the
Liverpool Arms.
Liverpool Arms.
Yeah.
There we go. What are your opening times?
In the winter, 10 till 5.
Yeah.
Tuesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
In the summer, 7 days a week, 10 till 6.
Right, brilliant.
Sometimes a bit later, depending on the traffic coming past.
Yep. And we've also got a nice chocky pastel there.
Gem.
Gem's very welcoming as you come through the door. I mean, there's plenty of stock in here. There's lures and rods and reels, and as you can see, other customers. All plenty of lines and everything else. Have you actually done any fishing yourself along this coast, or
I don't fish.
you don't fish?
No, not at all.
You just run the tackle shop.
I'm just learning.
Hey, well, we all have to learn, don't we? It's as easy
Quite
as
honest, if I don't know anything, I'll say I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to sell something to somebody that I've got no idea. So I ask the other half.
All right. So yeah, Chassie's the expert. The other half. It's usually the other way around, isn't it?
It is usually,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, it's very nice in here, and it's very nice meeting you.
Thank you very much.
And
Right.
you'll go on my feed, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, guys, as you saw, a very nice lady and her husband. They've not been doing it too long, so if you are in the Menai Bridge area, do pop in and say hello, have a cup of tea or whatever. Looks like they have everything that you'd need there for a day on the Menai, up this end of it. Very nice. I think the next one I'm going to is over in Holyhead, which will be Winnie's Worms, and I think that's pretty much the 4 tackle shops that are on the Isle of Anglesey and Holyhead. I'll see you when I get over there. Just while I'm on my travels, I just thought I'll pull up at the slipway at the side of Menai Bridge, because some of you find this very interesting. I thought just let the dogs out for a wee and stuff. But where Sarah's shop is, probably 50 yards down from it, is the slipway for the Menai Straits. This is Menai Street Slipway, Water Street Slipway, sorry. As you can see, it's a brilliant. Come here, come on. It's a brilliant little boat ramp. This, I actually do like it. I know that in the summer months there is somebody sat in that old and they can charge you and stuff. When you park on here, there is a car park here at the side of the slip for your vans and your trailers, but be very, very aware that on this slip, on a big tide, the water comes right up there past where my van is. On a medium tide, you get away with parking up against. My advice would be get here early, park against the wall. But that's only on a medium tide. I tend to park over on the other side where them boats are, and you pretty much get away with it there. Parking is limited outside of this slipway and this little car park, but just look at this. Doesn't get much easier than this for launching a boat, does it? And what a stunning view. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to turn you around now. A couple of boats here. I'll zoom you in. And further down there, that's Bangor Pier. And just beyond that is usually where I go in my little bass hole. But what a stunning place. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'll get back on with the task in hand now, eh? I'll get down to Winnie's Worms and we'll go and have a look at his shop and see what we think of that one. See you in a bit. Right guys, I'm now down in Holyhead, outside Winnie's Worms. Zoom that in so you can see the outside of the shop. There we go. I'm going to go in and have a word with him and have a look at his shop, and then you can make your own minds up, can't you? I think the lad's called Mark. I'm not sure what the story is behind the Winnie's Worms, but he's not called Winnie, he's called Mark. If I remember rightly. Next time you see me, I'll be in the shop. I'll get a close-up of his phone numbers and stuff on the shop front, and I'll whip in and we'll go and see how his tackle shop is there. See you in a bit, folks. Right guys, Winnie's Worms. There's the phone numbers for you. I don't know what the street's called here. I'm just going to walk in. Afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon, sir.
We've got a Tommy the Turd here as well, by the way. What's the street called? What you're on here?
William Street.
William Street. There you go, guys. It's William Street. So if you're in Holyhead, call into Winnie's. He will sort you out with the baits and stuff. How long have you been here, Winnie? Mark, sorry, not Winnie.
18 years in me.
I bet you get that a lot, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. 18 years in me. That's a long time, that, isn't it?
Certainly is.
What can people expect to catch in the Holyhead area and marks and stuff?
Anything they want.
As easy as that.
As easy as that. Taupe, congers, rays,
Huss,
rocklins,
whiting,
doggies, flounders, bass. The only thing we're lacking is cod.
Yeah. Not the only place that's lacking cod.
No, it's just nothing here, but everything else, yes, you can, and we're sheltered from pretty much every wind.
Right.
So there's always somewhere to go.
Brilliant.
Some
Brilliant.
decent bass coming out as well at the moment. So
Is there?
yeah.
Well, I might have to have a go at them. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What sort of baits are you do you keep in stock and stuff?
All the baits. Obviously, this time of year it's very hard.
Right.
Black King's hard. I pump it myself. I dig it myself. So blow lug, ragworm will kick off in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then obviously as and when
Right.
trade picks up, I'll be getting more mackerel, more sand. Well, sand eels are a nightmare at the moment getting hold of.
Are they?
Yeah, but
Is that your price list on your fridge there?
that's the price.
I will just get a close up on the price list for you guys.
What it is
Which
now,
is
it's stopping
and
as well.
that is actually very, very reasonable prices. So like I said, if you're over on this side of the island, Winnie's Worms is a place to come. Always think, folks, shop local. If you're fishing on this side of the island, you come to this tag. If you're fishing on the other side of the island, you go to the other shops, and it helps everybody out trade wise. I think you pretty much agree with that, wouldn't you?
I do. I send a lot up to the other tackle shops. If they say don't bother coming down here, you're up that end, go to that tackle shop. So I help out as much as I can, and I hope they do the same. Well, I know Malcolm does anyway. So.
Yeah, brilliant. Let's just have a quick nosy about. Plenty of stock in, loads of feathers and shads and
More to come.
more to come.
As the season opens.
Oh, look at them big ones. Yeah, don't forget, guys, it is winter and summertime down here is I would imagine is the busiest time. Is what, sorry? Mental, yeah. Can't get anything. Oh, look at that. Big pot of
How much it weighs, man?
blow up.
£3 a pack, sir.
Yeah. And you know what's happening with them worms tonight, don't you? Where there's me, Gamekeeper John, Tommy the Turd, Mark from That's a Bite, Mike from That's a Bite, not Mark, and I think there might be someone else as well. But we're all meeting up at Llandudno Pier. I think we're going to be doing some live videoing as well between the three of us, but that's another story. As for today, as you've seen, I was a bit bored, so I thought I'd give you all some information about the local tackle shops, and I've done as much as I can for you. So until later on, ta-da for now!